Doing here a day of nature photography. Now by this small creek, trying to search European dipper. If I manage to get a photo, I will put it here in the video. But it's very quiet now. I have to go downstream. But anyways, have to mention, I got a, in my opinion, a really nice photo here in this creek of common sandpiper. And I just want to mention it because it's really shy bird. But it also took many days because I was really kind of focused and obsessed of getting that bird to land in a specific place, because often it's kind of weird bird to film because you see it very far on the other side of the lake, just sitting in a rock or something like this. So it's not very, like, those photos are not so easy. Good photos of those are not so easy. That's why I really want to have it in this creek environment, not in a lake. So it took me really a long time. This is the Architect Knives 5.5 in 3V steel. And I will continue the review when I'm back home. We'll do some testing there. But my overall feel is that it is a very good knife. It is really, really good. First of all, the handle is very comfortable. It's I read that it's close to this SE handles. Never tested those knives, so I have no idea, but it is comfortable, and especially if you have large hands, would say like would be very nice. The length is interesting. It's definitely on the larger side for a belt knife, and for me, like especially for this type of trips that I do here a day in the forest doing nature photography, I like to have this kind of a little bit of a one tool option. I guess you could say survival knife or something like this. So I do like these type of blades. And one of my favorite steel, CPM 3V. Yeah, a balanced knife, comfortable handle, great steel. I like the thickness. It's not too thick. It's actually quite slicey for food prep. So camp knife use also. There's some chimping. I like the color very much. Well, yeah, but I will continue from my backyard. One thing that I always do, if I can, with the knife, is that I like to have this portion that gives the pressure to the knife as close to the blade as possible. It gives the ultimate control for the knife. So if I have a pressure point here, it lacks the control. So if possible, I like to have very close to the edge. That's why I think also Nordic knives are really great with feather sticks, pukkos, moras. Yeah, this is really nice. surprisingly light and quick, controllable. So more I use this, more I like this. Really supreme camp knife, have to say. So I'm doing today some pizza, and a few weeks ago I did a pizza, and I was kind of just experimenting with all sorts of ingredients, and it happened to be one of the best pizzas I've ever tasted. I kid you not, unbelievably delicious. So I'm most likely going to do a video only about that pizza later in the channel, but it has 4 different wild mushrooms and all sorts of other ingredients, and it is so good. And one of the reasons is that I used there few things that I haven't used in a pizza before. First of all, this is a powder that I did of using porcini boletus edulis mushroom. After the pizza comes from the oven, I put this powder on top of it. It is amazing, like how much umami, sort of sweet umami flavor, earthy umami flavor this has. Incredible. You can actually just, by the way, eat these. Nice. And then I used a mushroom called russula. Well, russula family is a very large family, and it's kind of tricky. So it's not for beginners, I'd say, but there's few species of russula that are so delicious. You'd be shocked how good these mushrooms are. Russula vesca, russula claroflava, russula, what was this, decolorans. So I used these russula family mushrooms in the pizza. And what's so great about russula family mushrooms is that they are kind of meaty. They're almost like chicken, but much more delicious. So they hold their structure. So the combination I did was that I had chanterelles, then black trumpet mushrooms, these russula family mushrooms, and then on top these. So I'm doing today pizza, and we'll maybe put a little bit of these cherry tomatoes also there. For the sauce. And also what I like to do in pizza is often I put these on top like this, so they don't give too much moisture to the pizza, so they dry up if they're like this, and they just give a little bit of a freshness. So this is a very good knife for such a large blade for food prep, really have to say. Let's still check the onion. It is not a kitchen knife, of course, but for camp use, completely okay with food prep. Actually quite comfortable, to be honest. For such a large blade, one of the best with food prep, really. In my opinion, this is near perfect camp knife, and it's now starting with outdoors cooking season, so I see me using this a lot this season. And as you saw, this is really kind of slicey blade. The owner of Architect Knives, Ethan Stoops, is his father was the previous owner of Knife Connection, and he designed one of my absolute favorite knives of all time, which is the LT Wright Forest Trail. And that's just very interesting fact. You build your own knife kind of there, So you choose the length of the knife. They have also this very large, was it Architect Knives 8? They have different steels. They have very small neck knife types. They have Elmax CPM 3V, 1095 steel also. I went with the CPM 3V, which is one of my absolute favorite steels, and also fitting for a knife like this, being semi stainless, quick in the hand. Also not very heavy for a knife like this. And like I mentioned, the balance is very nice. Yeah, but there's nothing really that I don't like about this, because the handle is great, steel is great, it does very good feathers. I like it how it feels in the hand. I like the balance of it. I like very much the handle design. It's a keeper. It's a very good camp knife, and I see me using this now this season very much. I know it already. Hey, cheers. Thanks for watching.